Okay, let's go ahead and get started there, everybody. Welcome back to another 2 p.m. PST Twitch stream. I'm your host, Strange Jim, and today we are going to be once again getting back into Pega. Um, wasn't able to do it the last couple days. Um, had some groceries to take care of the other day, and really didn't feel like streaming yesterday, so didn't really do much. Um, but hey, I'm back. Um, so let's go ahead and get back into um some Pega Academy. We also got the video uploads after that, and of course, we got Warframe after that. So, if any of that interests you, then feel free to stick around. If you're watching this, obviously, on YouTube later, once I get this uploaded, then you'll have to either catch it live or check out my playlists. I'll have those videos up. Well, Warframe's going to be late because I'm still dealing with all my older videos of Warframe. But, um, for the most part, I got playlists upon playlists, of content, um, non-edited. So there's that. But um, uh, I have to get it into the mindset of doing editing, but I can never seem to get myself motivated enough to do it. Maybe at some point in time, well, I mean, once I get back to, having all of my videos uploaded, then maybe I'll, like I mentioned before, I'll take the 1 hour time to do the editing. But until then, I'm still trying to make up uh, for the slow upload that I've done in the past. So where are we in terms of Pega? And for Pega, seeing that you're joining me right now, uh, there's some things that I want to clarify. I do this at the very beginning of all these videos, so I mean, if you've heard it before, then you can probably skip ahead a little bit. But um, for those of you that might not know, um, these Pega videos are my own. Uh, it's just me trying to work towards my certification. Okay, I'm using this time to try to stay focused on continuing my journey on getting through the certification for the system architect. Okay. Um, I didn't ask for permission from Pega, nor have they outright contacted me for any kind of compensation or anything along those lines. There's nothing going on there at all. So if you're thinking that Pega's paying me or something like that, then no, that's you can go ahead and take that and throw it away because that's not happening at this point in time. Don't don't bother. I mean, if they do contact me, then we can talk. But I doubt I doubt that that's going to be a thing. So um so um the other thing that I want to mention is the fact that I'm not an authorized training partner, and you should not consider this instructor-led training. Okay, this is my own attempt to get the certification. So um so I'm not an expert in Pega. Um, I don't claim to be, nor should you consider me an expert in Pega. Okay. Um, I would recommend instructor-led training, because hopefully you would get a really good instructor that can answer your questions, promptly right then and there without any hesitation. They'll know Pega, you know, um, forwards and backwards, and you wouldn't have any difficulties. One would think, okay? One would hope, especially with the amount of money that you're paying for said training, okay? And yes, you will be paying quite a bit of money in order to do the instructor-led training, so don't feel like um, you're going to be getting, you're going to be paying, pennies. No, it's it's more than that. Last I saw was like $5,000 or something like that just for the system architect. Um, so it's not cheap. Okay. Um, Now, if you do get the certification, then you can use that to get yourself a job as, a business analyst, a system architect, whatever. Okay, and that would probably pay you pretty well, depending on, where you work, what company you work for, and so on and so forth. Um, so, so you can definitely consider that 5,000 or so as an investment for, you know, future job potential. But obviously, you'd have to, one, pay the money up front to actually start the training, and two, put in the time in order to go through the training. Okay. So, and then of course, study even more to make sure that you pass the certification to begin with. Okay. Um, all three of those are basically essential. you know, so if you're doing it like what I'm doing right now, you're gonna have to study a lot. Okay. You're gonna have to study the missions. You're gonna have to study additional resources, additional quiz resources, um, definitions, keywords, so on and so forth to get um, to hopefully passing your certification. Okay, so you're gonna have to put in a lot more work, I would figure, for to counter, not being able to do the instructor-led training. Okay. Um, you know, I did have supposedly an authorized training partner, but it didn't feel like it. He wasn't really answering our questions, and he would normally give excuses on certain things, or he would just basically say, "That's how it is. You're just gonna have to accept it." And that's not how scientists should ever look at any kind of science whatsoever. Okay, you want to know the basics of it and question everything. Okay, so um, otherwise nothing will ever get done. you know, so not the greatest of authorized training partner that I had, but it is what it is. I go from there. So um, my last attempt at doing the certification, I missed the lowest score that is necessary for the certification by 6 questions. If I had gotten 6 questions right, I would have gotten my certification. But obviously, um, that's not exactly, you know, not nearly high marks. so, but at the time, I didn't feel ready anyway. So I felt like I was very unprepared for the certification, but I was required to take it at the time. So that's me. Okay. So what are we doing? We're working on the system architect mission here to get through all the 2 missions, 26 modules, and 23 challenges. Now, If you are just interested in the business architect, you can join me. You're welcome to, because the business architect has the same two missions as the system architect. Okay, same two missions. Everything inside those missions are the same, so you're basically learning the exact same thing that I'm currently learning right now. Okay. Now, once those two missions are done, then the business architect just has these two additional modules afterwards. Okay. So I'll go through those modules for those of you that might want to have a chance for the business architect. Okay. And I'll try the business architect test at the very end and try to complete that, right? And then we'll continue and finish off the system architect. And then I may go on to looking at the senior system architect, to try to get the certification. Okay. Um, you know, my problem with the system architect certification was the fact that the questions were very nuanced. Like, you'd have like one word that could mean one answer or the other. So you have to be very careful, you know, reading the question and knowing which answer to pick. Okay. Um, which means, you know, cancel out any incorrect answers. Okay. If it's a multiple choice, cancel out the ones that don't work at all. Okay. If you have four questions that are very similar to each other and may be different via one word, then obviously that job becomes tougher. You're gonna need to know what they're asking in the question. But, you know, not much I can really do to kind of help you on that per se in terms of the taking the certification exam, but we'll I'll do what I can, you know, um, to try to reinforce um, everybody's knowledge about it all. So, next topic that we're going to be covering is the customizing portal content, and of course, there's the challenge afterwards. They say 20 minutes for this. It might take me the full hour to finish this off. Um, so let's go ahead and look at this. So, channel interfaces. Examples of a channel includes a messaging service, voice service, web portal, or mobile portal. Customers interact with Pega Platform applications through a variety of channels. Pega Platform provides options for configuring interfaces for each channel. A channel interface allows you to adjust your application to your specific business needs by creating tailored and interactive user interfaces. Channels are created from templates that include predefined layouts and navigation for use in your application. Um, conversational channels. Conversational channels help organizations reach additional users. With conversational channels, application users can interact with a Pega Platform application to obtain help, request a service, and report or solve an issue by using the following digital channels: Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp Messenger, Twitter, Apple Business Chat, SMS, MMS, Twilio, embedded chat window, Amazon Alexa, email, and plenty of others, I'm sure. So, channels that allow users to interact with your application by using Pega Intelligent Virtual Assistant, IVA, or Pega Email Bot. Pega Intelligent Virtual Assistant, IVA, understands intent and conversational language for dynamic conversations with your customers regardless of the channel in which they start or end. Pega Email Bot can automatically detect the intent of an email and picks up relevant information to automate the processing with a personalized response. You can configure additional IVA Intelligent Virtual Assistant functionality through the Pega API. Note, after you configure a web chat or Alexa channel, provide users with a channel for communicating with IVA Intelligent Virtual Assistant, and indirectly with the application through a simple question and answer form to collect information from users. To learn more about IVA, see implementing an intelligent virtual assistant for conversation channel. For a conversation channel. To learn more about building a conversation channel, see conversational channels, which, I mean, they already have a section here, but I guess there's another web page that kind of goes over it more in depth, maybe. Okay. Configure channels. The channels and interfaces landing page allows you to create, view, and edit all types of channel interfaces. You can download new components, such as the Alexa channel component, from Pega Marketplace as well. The lock icon on a channel indicates that the channel component is not yet added to the application. In the following image, click the plus icons to learn more about the types of channels you can create. All right, one second, I want to get something to drink here. Strong grape juice. Okay. Portal. The Portal channel provides a way for you to create a channel interface from templates that include predefined layouts and navigation. Pega platform has one default portal, the user portal. Web Mashup. The Web Mashup channel provides a way for you to embed part of your Pega platform content in another application as HTML. The mobile channel allows you to build a mobile app for an instance of a Pega platform application that users can download and install on Android or iOS device. Digital messaging. The digital messaging channel provides a way for users to interact with your Pega platform application through multiple preferred digital channels: Apple Business Chat, Facebook Messenger, social media, SMS texting, live chat, and email. Excuse me. For example, users can navigate self-service options such as business hours with a virtual assistant, then transfer to an existing conversation and user account information to a live agent if necessary. Email channel provides a way for users to use email to create a case. The legacy web chat channel provides a way for users to chat from an external website to find information, get answers to questions by an automated response, or step through a process such as a case escalation. The Alexa channel provides a way for users to use Amazon Alexa voice messages to answer questions or step through a process. Okay. Channel configurations on case types. You can also create a channel-specific IVA virtual assistant. What was it again? Intelligent virtual assistant. Intelligent virtual assistant. Intelligent virtual assistant. Intelligent. Right. You can create it in a channel-specific intelligent virtual assistant process in stages within a case lifecycle. For example, you may want to add a process for users who interact with your application through a Facebook Messenger. You can add a channel process so that when users enter a specific command in Messenger, a case opens in your application. You can select any case that is defined for your Pega platform application. Once you click More icon on the stage, the Add Create Process or Add Channel Process options list only those channels that you have previously added to your application. To learn more about adding channels to a stage, see Adding a Conversational Channel to a Case Type Process. So they won't tell you outright here, but they give you, web pages to kind of go to handle it, you know, on their website as well. So check your knowledge with the following interaction. You can configure a channel so that users can use Amazon Alexa voice messages to answer questions or step through a process. True. All right. And here's a way to, you know, add a intelligent virtual assistant. So, um, hmm. Okay. Not that not that much there, but still probably something that you should still kind of cover a little bit. So, all right, next topic. We still got about 30 more minutes, so we should be able to get through this last page or this last topic here and hit the module quiz as well. This doesn't look too bad, so portals and landing pages. Portals. A portal is a web channel in use by your application. You can use portals to design custom web interfaces for various personas in your application. Portals help you control the content with which each user interacts. Users have different needs that align with the roles they play within the case management process. To improve their experience, you can design a web interface that provides them with the information and functionalities they need, but hides the options that are not relevant to their role. This method contributes to a cleaner user interface and makes navigation quicker and more convenient. Depending on the needs of your organization, you can set up a single portal and control the visibility of particular UI elements through personas and access privileges, or create separate portals for individual user groups. In the case of multiple portals, each version uses the same ready-to-use designs, which provide a reliable basis for a flexible user interface. The streamlined single design approach improves runtime performance and reduces development effort. Sorry. Um, End users experience the portal through a browser regardless of device type, such as a desktop or mobile device. Portal authoring is a simple, intuitive way to create an application web channel. You can configure a portal with predefined portal templates to set a screen layout and required features. The templates support responsive application deployment and include a mobile-only layout option. The templates support responsive application deployment and include a mobile-only layout option. By default, Pega Platform has one portal for application users, the user portal. The user portal provides a standard user interface for working on cases. It is intended to be used by end users on desktop and mobile devices. For example, the user portal allows users to create and process cases that are assigned to them. Legacy fixed or custom portals are no longer recommended in Pega Infinity as they do not support cross-browser or responsive design. Debugging tools such as Live UI might not work for these legacy portals. Replace fixed or custom portals that lack responsiveness with Pega Infinity portals. To learn more about portals, see configuring portals. Landing pages. A portal consists of landing pages that consolidate information for easy access. To build an application that matches the needs of your users, you create landing pages with fields, controls, and resources presented as images and text. Landing pages allow you to present additional resources to users. You can create, configure, and add landing pages to menus within your application to display specific information. Landing pages added to a portal menu are also added to the portal. By managing the list of landing pages, you can customize the main menu and improve navigation and user experience. Pega Platform provides out-of-the-box landing pages called custom pages. For example, Teams is a custom page that displays the teams the user belongs to. As shown in the following image, you can add the Teams landing page to the user portal main menu. Ta-da! Landing pages menu. You can place a finished landing page within one or several application menus by using the landing pages menu in App Studio. You can also add, disable, or manage access to landing pages as well. Add landing pages to an existing portal to effectively organize the content of your channel in a main menu. Disable an existing landing page that is no longer needed to prevent users from adding the landing page to any menu. Manage access to landing pages by specified visibility by role. For example, a landing page with employee reviews is visible to only a manager. In App Studio, click Design to toggle Design mode. Then click Pages to access the Landing Pages menu. The Landing Pages menu lists both the pages you created and the custom pages provided by Pega Platform. Disabled landing pages are not listed. Alright, so which of the three statements about portals and landing pages are true? Okay, so portals include landing pages that are listed in the main menu. Okay. Landing pages include portals that are listed in the main menu. Not sure about that one. A finished landing page can be placed in one or more application menus. I don't see why not. User portal is an example of a default landing page. User portal is an example of a default portal. Oh boy. Oh gosh. And this is what happens when what I just read just kind of goes and just it shifts out of my brain right at the moment. Gosh. Hold on. Um, so let's go through this a little bit again here. Okay. Um, so portal consists of landing pages that consolidate information for easy access. The landing pages are listed on the main menu. But can the landing pages not also show the portals or the different portals? Maybe, maybe not. Um, One would think that, the portals are kind of dependent on the users that use them. Okay. So while like maybe a manager can see like, the different like maybe um different portals potentially, um, you know, you would think that their portal is specially designed to kind of handle that. If you're talking about like a customer portal, though, they're probably not going to be able to see like a manager's portal or like a customer service rep portal or anything along those lines. Um, so yeah. Um, so while, portals include landing pages, yes. Can landing pages include portals? Not always, not always true. So, so that's probably what I would say on that end. Um, a finished landing page can be placed on one or more application menus. You can create, configure, and add landing pages to menus within your application to display specific information. Okay. Um, but I mean, that doesn't necessarily, address the one or more application menus. Um, the to be honest, I don't know. Um, Hold on a second. Okay, Pega platform provides out-of-box landing pages called custom pages. For example, Teams is a custom page that displays the teams the user belongs to. As shown in the following image, you can add the Teams landing page to the user portal main menu. So, um, like for example, you can add the Teams landing page to not only the user portal here, but you might be able to add it to, say, like another user portal elsewhere. So, um, so that's kind of what they're talking about here for the most part. So, um, user portal is an example of a default portal, not a default landing page. So, as you can see here, they're referencing this as a user portal, right? But it's not necessarily a landing page. Okay, they specify that Teams here is a landing page. Okay, um, so you can see multiple different pages, or multiple different landing pages within the single user portal. Okay, so that's why um, the um, user portal isn't an example of a landing page. So, hopefully that helped you out a little bit, like it did me. But um, obviously, the likelihood of you getting hit with, questions similar to this is probably going to be pretty high. So be prepared to, understand like what the difference is between these here. Okay. What is the difference between a portal and a landing page? So, okay, we go on to the module quiz, and we're actually making pretty good time right at this moment. Which is interesting because normally, the 5 and 10 minutes aren't really realistic. Um, okay, so we got 4 questions here. So, in which scenario is it appropriate to remove a landing page from an application? Okay, you're developing a landing page that replaces an existing landing page, which is being deprecated and should not be used by any users. I mean, that seems like a relative straightforward one. You are developing a landing page that is only relevant for people, managers, and is not available for individual contributors. Um, that's not appropriate to remove a landing page from an application because it's still being used by, people, managers, and so on and so forth. So you're developing a landing page that is not available from the main menu by default, but that users can add to the main menu if appropriate. Again, you don't want to remove it from the application, so because the users can still add it in. So that's not a viable choice. You're developing a new landing page that is available for all users. And that's, again, counter to what you need on the question here. So the only time you're removing a landing page is when it's being deprecated. So um, you're making a new one and you're removing the old landing page completely from the application. So that's the appropriate time to remove a landing page. So if I got that wrong, I would have been like, wait, what? Okay. A user wants to see the number of service requests that team members perform at different times of the day. The developer adds the reports blank to the main menu of the blank, a default portal. Reports is an out-of-the-box blank. Okay, so um, first off, main menu of blank, a default portal. Well, custom page and landing page isn't necessarily portals, so there you go. A developer adds the reports blank to the menu of the user portal, a default portal. Reports is out of the box custom page, and the developer adds the reports landing page to the main menu. So, wait, what? Um, okay. I thought it was right. But wait, couldn't both of them? Hold on a second. Hold on. We're going back. Out of the box landing pages. Okay. But they're called custom pages. this is when language, or when the phrasing comes into play here. So um so an out of the box landing page is called a custom page. So if we had um if it said a developer adds the reports out of the box landing page, then you could say, custom page there. But and that's not the case. So uh, messed up on that one. So be careful with that. You know, when you because you might get tagged with that a little bit later. Okay, it's out of the box landing page. Okay, out of the box landing page. Okay, all of that entire phrase right there, out of the box landing page, is a custom page. Okay. Um, it's not like out of the box custom page is equal to the landing page. No, 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 that's not the case. So an out of the box landing page is equal to the custom. So gotta get that locked in the brain there. Which two of the following statements about adding a channel specific process in the create stage are true? You can only designate a channel specific process in the create stage in your case type. Okay. A little concerned about that one. The channel must be added to the application before you can choose it as an option in the create stage. Can you add it during? Or like right then and there? Hmm. Um, to add a channel specific process such as Alexa or chatbot, you create a new version of the application. Are you though? Hmm. To add a channel-specific process such as digital messaging, you select the more icons, three dots, and on the create stage. Oh boy. I don't think adding a channel-specific process is automatically saying that you're creating a brand new version. I don't really see that as something that's correct. Now, you might want to consider it as its own version because you're adding additional content on there, but I mean, um, but to automatically make it its own new version seems a little wrong to me. Um, but again, I'm not really remembering what was kind of discussed, you know, just now, so I might be incorrect on that. Um, Channel must be added to the application before you can choose it as an option in the create stage. Um, hmm. You can only designate a channel-specific process in the create stage in your case type. I don't know if it's I don't think it's this, to be honest, um, because I feel as though um, you'd want these processes um, to be able to, be added in other parts and other sections as well of your different stages. Um, so I don't think this one is true. I don't think this one is true. So I feel like this one is probably the best one of the options there. Okay. Um, the more icon provides you additional options, right? I mean, that's a given, but I mean that doesn't necessarily um, you know, um, I mean, you're just kind of repeating what they're already kind of stating on that. So I don't know if that's really the greatest of like, yeah, you're correct. You know, maybe add a little bit more detail there. I don't know. I'm kind of nitpicking there. Only channels that are used in the application can be added from the case designer. So, okay. So you're gonna have to, you know, um, create the channel first before you can actually add it in. So, um, which I mean, kind of makes sense, but at the same time, makes me wonder why can't you like say, hey, I want to add a brand new channel at this particular section in time on this particular stage, and then go into the process of actually creating that channel. Would seem like that shouldn't be that difficult to do. Um, but then again, if you're having like, multiple different teams working on the project, then, you know, um, you might want to like divvy up that work to like other developers, to handle making that channel so that, you know, uh, you can have other devs working on, other sections. So, all right. Okay, so we got four answers here, but only two options. So, um, blank are web channels that are accessed through a browser, regardless of the access device. Blank contain blank that combine information to match the needs of your users. To create new landing pages in App Studio, enter the design mode to access the blank menu. Okay, so um, so portals are web channels that can be accessed through a browser, regardless of the access device. Portals contain landing pages that combine information to match the needs of your users. To create new landing pages in App Studio, enter design mode to access the landing pages menu. There you go. Oh, they didn't keep my answer for one. Okay. Um, that one. And there we go. Now, I may want to kind of go back through. the module myself, um, to try to get, you know, that locked in, the channel interfaces, the portals, the landing pages, and so on and so forth. Okay, I might want to try to go back over this topic again to kind of solidify the information there. Okay, they covered. They didn't necessarily cover a lot of information, but obviously there was various, distinct language in there that obviously tripped me up at one point in time. Um, so you know, that's one of the um, that's one of the things about the certification exam. Okay, they'll hit you with those kind of questions where it's like, is it this one or is it that one? And if you're not, if you're not sure, then you're gonna be in trouble. Okay, so um, try to make sure that you're confident in the content that you're looking at there. Otherwise, you're gonna be in trouble. Okay. Um, go back through the module quizzes after you are done with a mission. Okay. Um, you know, like for example, we did low code app builder a long time ago. Okay. Go through it. Go through the topics. You know, go back over the module quizzes on each one and see, you know, did you actually answer them correctly? All right. Or, because, you know, they don't necessarily save the answers for you. So, retaking the test might be a good thing for you to go about doing because if you if you go into a module quiz, you take it and you start failing some of the questions, then that might mean that you might need to brush up on that particular topic a little bit more because maybe you're not, fully understanding what was already covered. Okay. Um, you want to have it, locked in your brain when when you do the certification. When you sit down in front of the proctor and do the exam. Okay. Now I don't know if they've switched back to the hey, you have to do the certification exams at the training facilities or whatnot. Um, I would hope not, but then again, you never know. Sometimes, um, lately with everybody saying, "Oh, we got to go back to work," which I don't really approve of. Um, you know, they may go back to that style of testing. Okay, so the whole online testing might not be gone by the time you're watching this video or stream or whatnot. So, um, not 100% sure. I can't say one way or another. It's been well over a year since the last time I took a certification exam, but that was like mid-COVID too. So I mean, not to say that COVID hasn't gone away, there, folks. COVID's still being spread around to everybody. Um, you know, kind of thankful that we do have the vaccine. Otherwise, there'd probably be like another million people that are dead. But, um, but be careful out there. Okay, just saying. Okay, so our that particular topic is done. So according to this, we have 25% left on this mission to finish off. We got customizing portal, customizing dashboard, the challenge of that, designing a mobile experience, and the challenge, calculating fields using decision tables and the challenge there, inviting users to an application, the challenge of that. Then we get to the full mission exercise here, and they state that it's going to take 2 hours. Okay, so And one of the things about this mission exercise is that they don't really give you like a step-by-step process. Okay. What they expect you to know is these challenges, you know, backwards and forwards, so that you can go through this mission exercise within the time limit and get it complete. Okay. They have 9 tasks here for you to go with. Okay. And normally they're basically saying, hey, you have to, you know, you have to set up the users and roles. But they won't tell you how to go about doing that. Okay. So be ready for that. Okay. We dealt with that last time and that took a while. Okay. Then we had the low code app builder extended mission test, you know, which is basically a combination of all the module quizzes that we have. My only problem with these mission tests is that they repeat the questions that they get that you got from previous modules, and they don't really change it up, which I find um, very unfortunate that they don't change things up for you. But that's going to be it for our Pega portion of the stream. So be prepared for the challenge tomorrow. Um, you know, uh, Looks like it's going to be a fairly short one for the most part. So we may go on to the module after that. It all depends. Um, but that's where we're going to go ahead and end it for today. So I want to thank everybody for stopping on by and joining me. No chatters, but that's okay. I still want to thank everybody that was just kind of lurking in the background. Hopefully, you got some insight into Pega, taking questions, handling those questions. Now, didn't have any chatters in the stream, like I said, but that's fine. If you're watching this later on YouTube, feel free to ask questions. Okay, don't feel like you can't ask questions. Okay, go ahead and do so. Okay, you know, while I myself, I might not be able to answer the question, depending on what the question is, obviously, doesn't mean that, either A, I can't find someone to help you with that. I have some friends that, have, well, past work coworkers, um, that know, um, Pega, and I can try to point them to your question. Or two, there might be people watching this video as well that are, Pega professionals, instructors, or from Pega themselves that might be able to answer your question, as well, or maybe even better. Okay, so don't be afraid to ask questions. Okay, because your question, might reflect someone else's question as well. Okay. So don't feel like you're isolated or anything along those lines. Okay. Um, I'm never gonna be like one of those that are just gonna be like, hey, this is a completely stupid question. Okay. Um, or at least I'll try not to. You know, um, there have been some questions that I've heard in the past that are like, why did you ask that again? um, but you know, um, you know, I'll do what I can to help you out. Okay, at the very least, I'll do what I can to help you out. So, um, yeah, I think I remember one person at one point in time asking, what's a deer, and that was like, wait, what? um, so Um, but you never know. You know, um, you have to understand that while you know, like you might know the answer to the question, doesn't necessarily mean that someone else doesn't have that answer. Okay, even if it feels like it's like maybe the most ridiculous question in the world to you, doesn't necessarily mean that it shouldn't necessarily be answered. Okay. Um, I often state that, you know, um, children tend to ask the most amount of questions because they don't know. Okay. You know, they hit you with the question, why, right? You know, why is it this way? And they'll keep on asking that question, okay, over and over and over again, especially if it's something that they're not quite sure what exactly you're saying, you know. Um, like, for example, I had this one kid come up to me, saying, how did you get so tall? And, my answer was, well, genetics, because my parents were super tall themselves. But obviously, for a kid that's, maybe 7 or so, you know, they don't know what genetics is normally, they might never even heard about genetics. So they kind of went back to their parent and was like, well, what is genetics? So, but here's the thing, answer it, okay? Or at least try to help them answer those questions because, if you give them the right information, then they take that, you know. If you give them the wrong information, they'll take that too, okay? I remember one time, um, my brother once told me that gravity, we'd all go flying off the Earth if the Earth stopped spinning. I didn't know any better. I was young at the time, and I'm like, really? Oh my God, the moon is slowing down the Earth. So when the moon finally slows down the Earth, are we all going to like go flying off into space? No, that's not that's not how gravity works. Uh, I was stupid, but I didn't know any better, and I don't know whether or not my brother was, he was probably joking around with me at the time, but I kind of took it to heart, right? I was like, you know, I kind of locked that in my brain, and well, that was obviously wrong. But still, like I said, you know, give kids the right, correct information, and they'll build off of that. Okay. Same with anybody. Okay, not just kids. Okay. You know, everybody can learn new things. Okay, it might be a little harder for older folks. Um, because it might uh, might not sink in as fast, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you can't learn it. Okay, so you know, so go ahead and ask those questions. Okay, do yourself that favor. Ask those questions. So, all right, that's me getting off my soapbox. So thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it, and I hope to catch you all next time. Stopping and recording.